Superficial, vacant eyes on the living, socialize. I see potential in your mind. Touch me softly, it's not a crime. No more apologies. You'll find inside of me a deeper love, a deeper faith, a deeper love to restore the balance of your ways, a deeper dive to sink or swim in a world of she said, don't give a fuck about him, a deeper love. I'll get another surface with you. I'll get another surface with you. Step into it, the golden light. Take my hand and roll the dice. It's not a secret, don't need to testify. Like gravity, can't be defied. No more apologies. You'll find inside of me a deeper love, a deeper faith, a deeper love to restore the balance of your ways, a deeper dive to sink or swim in a world of she said, don't give a fuck about him, a deeper love. I'll get another surface with you. I'll get another surface with you. A deeper. Deeper love, a deeper faith, a deeper love to restore the balance of your ways, a deeper dive to sink or swim in a world of she said, don't give a fuck about him, a deeper love. I'll get another surface with you. I'll get another surface with you.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast. As Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
So I grabbed myself and called 888-994-4995 to share a tip of the day,
Or just to say good morning.
so get ready for the time of your life.
Shake off your sleepies, buckle up, because it's
Showtime! Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Panty Man can. And to all our friends on IGTV, it's not called IGTV.
What's it
I think
called?
it's just Instagram now.
It's
just
just
live.
live. Well,
Instagram
good morning live to everybody. Happy Tuesday.
This is an experiment that we have been trying now for the second day. Yesterday I had Vlad do it, and Vlad just pointed in one direction. That's not the way this is supposed to work.
Well, you got to get Triple J. You see her on Friday? She had it. She's like,
I want to get her the goggles that Hector used to wear. Remember Hector goggles Paisano? But she's short. She'll be like this.
she's really cute. I call her Super J because Triple J, I'm like, I don't know, Super J.
Triple J I got as a sandwich at a restaurant.
Did you? Was it good?
Triple J was a sandwich at, what's the name of that restaurant?
Juniors?
No, the other one.
3Gs has Triple J?
Not that one.
The bagel place?
No, I'll find it. God, I
couldn't
can't
even
believe.
tell
Is
you.
it Italian?
Is it
No,
Italian?
it's the one that we used to go to early in the morning meetings, and there was guys there. We went that one time with
Two
Coach.
J's.
Yeah.
Sounds like you and I have been working together for a long time.
I've been
7
there a
a.m.
long
to an
time.
all guys meeting and me. Remember that?
No, there was another one.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to the morning show of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. So if you like the show, please share it out. Facebook has changed our logarithms. Is it logarithms or algorithms?
It's holy macro.
Algorithm, so-
Oh, it's holy macrorithms.
A logarithm?
So here we go.
We've
Here
been
we keep
we've been
flying.
derailed. We are now derailed. If you are watching today's show, you have to send it and share it to at least 5 people, please, because otherwise, I don't know. I guess I'll have to go get another job. Theme of the day.
Theme of the day, I know. I'm not liking this whole theme of the day, though. I got to tell you.
We should take all the kids in here and go full panties to help Pink for one day.
It was dangerous.
It was
Speaking of
dangerous?
panties, I don't know why she did that. She knows
What
what
I
she
did
did.
what?
Shit. So, you know,
Oh,
I'm coming into Pink all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
That's not true, but go
You
ahead.
know, and basically, it looked like a bomb went off in Pink.
On
Oh, because
Thursday
you
night?
come to
Or
clean up.
undisclosed location.
You came to fix up the shelves and stuff. They left them
No,
out.
but it was a fun night though. Like I have to say, besides
Where's your
the
camp?
bomb went off. Oh, my camp
not
is
center.
kind of distorted. It's kind of not center, but like yeah,
So
but
Thursday night, you were there folding panties?
yeah, it was interesting because you know, once again, ladies, I understand that everybody wants to be a medium and small, but. Like,
Slick.
Slick. Like,
That
I don't
is
wanna-
so
I don't wanna
true.
be that- I don't
Slick,
wanna
you
be-
can't say this.
I can't be that guy, ladies.
Slick, you can't
I
say that.
understand
Slick.
that everybody wants to be a medium or small.
As your
I
lawyer, you
understand.
can't say that.
Of
Every
And so it's like,
woman-
are you an extra small or a small, right? That's why the store has all different sizes because in a bra, you don't a C. No,
See what?
C. This is not a C, is what this is.
See what?
That's what the funniest thing about that
See
bra
what?
size
What
is.
she talking about?
Exactly. C is not a C.
C is the letter after B.
So I think they
Which
make bra
follows A.
sizes bigger and panty sizes. They change the labels. I think they have a whole their own labeling system.
Sometimes I can't do a whole lot with the production.
Oh, you want to talk into a mic?
Gotcha.
She's like, no, I don't.
What was that?
Sometimes I can't do a whole lot with what the production center sends me, the warehouse sends me.
Yeah.
Because they mistype things all the time.
All the time.
Unbelievable.
You should play the guessing game.
Oh, sometimes that is what it comes down to.
You said, do you know what size this is?
Well,
Can you imagine?
The biggest guessing game of the world is when we get new hires, and them trying to figure out the difference between a thong, a cheeky,
Oh,
and a
I'm,
strap.
Oh,
I'm
slick
not a
nose.
I'm not a good.
You should
A
do a
thong?
thong and a
Yeah,
cheeky.
If I held up one of each, you could tell me which one is which.
What's the
Yeah,
difference?
I can tell you.
Oh, there's a huge
That, we
difference.
should have that game next week.
You should
Bring
bring
'em.
that in for the holiday gift buying.
Mhm.
A
Bring
thong,
'em in.
cheeky, or a full cover? Is that what it was?
And if you can guess the right answer, you will win a tangi.
I know. Yeah.
Say good morning to Sylvia Polite.
Good morning, Sylvia.
It's been a long time.
I heard her husband's in the ER getting dialysis. I don't know. I hope he's doing well.
That's good.
A thong, cheeky, or full coverage, if you know the difference.
Give us a call.
Freddie might have it in the mini donut box as a giveaway.
He may. Yeah, he may.
Am I allowed to do that?
I mean,
Not the PG version.
I wouldn't. Yeah. I wouldn't.
Why? Even everybody wears
That's
panties.
not very PG like.
Oh, maybe I get granny panties.
There you go.
hang 'em- hang 'em up.
Dawn, is this your size?
The funny thing is, you once told me, I think it was Jen and I were going to do that. We were going to send panties to somebody anonymously, and just so they opened it up in the mail. but we didn't do it.
Who are you gonna do that to? That's cruel and unusual punishment. That happened to me once.
I think that's what inspired us, was the thought of that.
Wow. You and Genji would have done that. That's cruel. They sent me these beautiful succulent underwear. It had all sorts of lace and these things, and it was craziness. And Michelle opened the package, and she says, "What is this?" I go, "I don't know. Is your panties?" She said, "No, it came in the mail." She's holding Overnight Express at Federal Express. And I said, and it smelled like some French cologne. I said, "I don't know."
It was very sexy.
I know who did it.
Who did what?
Who did the panty thing to me?
JP's running late?
No, JP's not coming yet.
Oh, he's not feeling well. All right. This is the time of year that we're just doing, you got to do what you got to do, getting ready for Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for? You're going to make me cry after the morning of this one and that one and Alana and Taylor.
Why?
And it's like, because I know we got to give them wings to fly. But
You've done
yet,
this for 6 years and you're still crying.
I'm still
Don't you
crying.
run out of tears?
Never.
We're females.
Never. It's just like, I understand the premise and the whole idea of what it is that we do, but I don't like to see them go.
That doesn't even make any sense. They brought them in here so they can go and grow.
Doesn't mean I want. It's like when your kids go off to college and get married.
What's
You know,
wrong with
that's what
that?
they're supposed to do, but it's like, ooh,
What's
and this
wrong?
one's doing that
You
too.
go like that.
No,
Why not?
and she's getting married too.
Spoken like a true Latino.
Wait till she gets pregnant.
Wow.
God help us all.
Just went right there.
Do you always just like go from
Right
A to Z?
there, right
It's
there.
like,
He
yeah.
didn't even
Is
know
that your
in
prediction
between.
of my
No in between.
No, nothing.
Well,
Like,
you write it down.
right there, like pregnant.
Don't worry, you're not. Not yet,
I
anyway.
don't think I can be.
But you know what I realized? We do not have any plans for a Christmas tree yet, and
There is none.
Thanksgiving is
It's-
next week.
The trees are stuck in the port.
Yeah,
Come
the
on.
trees are stuck in the port. They're gonna
You
be
don't
here
have
next
trees
week.
yet?
Next week.
Nobody has trees.
Do you have a tree, Val?
Not yet. I refuse to get one until
What?
after Thanksgiving.
Next week.
I think we should go to the park and just chop down a tree with the
Yeah.
animals and everything in it. We'll do it at midnight.
Just you can take the birds and the squirrels with us
Everything.
also.
Spiders and everything else. All the giblets come out of it.
Have you ever taken your tree and planted it and then had like a tree farm?
No.
Sometimes I think my neighbors take their Christmas trees and plant them because
considered doing
throughout the year, then I always see like Christmas tree farms in the neighborhood, and it's like we are not
So see if
indigenous
they have a
to
tree.
tree farms.
See, they have a tree for us.
And we should absolutely ask about that one also.
I can't believe I gotta go 86 a tree somewhere.
Rockefeller
What is it
Center
with you
has their
guys?
trees,
You
first tree
can't-
from Maryland.
I
What do
don't
you mean
think
86 a tree?
chop
Borrow
down.
one.
Borrow.
Buy one.
There is none to buy. So if you don't buy, what do you do?
Next week there will be.
I don't
No,
think
no.
we have spruce trees. Yeah, next week. Yeah. Next
And
week,
he's
yeah.
only bringing fake trees. I want a live tree. I can't
No.
put a fake tree in here. Where am I gonna put it?
No guarantee. Next week we have trees coming
Real trees?
in. Real trees.
Did you find out the longest, biggest tree you got?
I don't know the longest, biggest tree, but they're
Probably
coming
like
in.
8 footer.
They should be coming around like 6 to 8, almost 80 inches high. That's what I've been hearing. But
80
we are
inches.
getting-
What about that guy that brought
I
the
mean,
tree last
getting
year?
in next week.
That little putt tree.
We should call him. It was called Wishing Star.
Yeah, some money goes to donations, go towards some cause or something.
Wasn't it called Wishing Star?
I don't know.
We should definitely call him. I think we should come up. There's a calendar. It's called the Good Guys Calendar. A celebration of men and their good deeds.
Men,
Men.
short list.
That's not true. Oh my gosh.
I missed that.
Short list. Give me one good deed that happened yesterday with men. One. I will put
That happened with
$100.
men?
Yeah.
What is
What
it?
good deed happened yesterday with men?
Joe Biden, he signed the infrastructure bill.
There you go.
That's a good deed.
Yeah, that's a good deed. Yeah.
You don't know politics very well.
So five-
He's
five
on his way to
years.
Maine
What?
and New Hampshire. Why is he going to those states?
I don't know. He probably messes up the Northeast, probably for apple
Nope.
cider donuts.
Nope.
Midterm.
Midterm next year, he needs to get the Democrats back online because they have messed up. They have done the poodle.
You know, the thing is, no one's ever happy, right? So
Never.
they change, they bring Biden in, everything's going to be great, and now they're not happy with Biden, and then they're going to either change or keep him, whatever it is, and no one's ever going to be happy because people can't be happy. Everyone has this negative aura, which is why we're changing our auras today. We have to speak our truth and do what we got to do.
You know, when you have a presidential races like this, the guy that wins is going to be hated by the guy that almost won and all his people. So it's a fine line, and you can't walk a fine line being president. Not in this economy, not in this world.
Can't walk a fine line with anything. The business world is just crazy. This one's how many jobs you have? Like 3?
8.
Yeah, right now. 3.
3.
You got more than 3.
3.
You left 3. You have 3.
No,
you had 9.
No.
Do you like having that many jobs?
Me right now, it's no problem with me because like I'll say up in Boston, I had like 4 temporary jobs, which I knew the dates and when they were not going to pay me anymore because they were all contract jobs. I don't know, Freddie, if you know about Intercom and how Cox Radio just do temp for like
I know.
let's say
I
2,
heard
3
that's the
months,
same thing too.
and then they just leave you stranded. They're like, okay, we paid you.
Well, we know that because Connecticut was on that contract.
Okay.
But I heard.
Val, you've got 2, maybe 3.
How many jobs you got?
2. Just in the other.
You're working hard.
But the latest one I got is very interesting. There's a lot of like new people, new faces, a lot of customer
You
service.
just like folding panties because you.
I don't think
No,
he means
no,
that one.
No, not that way. You
I don't
know,
think he
like-
means that one.
No,
I think
that's
he
the
means
one
the
he
other
means.
one.
There is no other one.
No, I'm talking about the. I'm not gonna say the name of this place, but I go to Town Center Mall.
Oh, that one.
I meet
Pink.
a lot of I meet a lot of.
There's nothing wrong with saying the name. That you're a male machismo guy folding underwear for women.
I'm not. No, if they need help folding underwear, they're there. But if they need customer service, I'll be there.
Do the women come up to you or they go to the girls first?
They go to the girls first.
And then the girls send them to you?
No, they most of the women they figure out what they need from the girls and then.
So you don't hire nobody. You don't help nobody.
I do.
Who do you help?
I say,
A guy?
Are you looking for a guy? Guys do not like.
At
going
least you
into
guys
the
have
store.
panties in stock. I went furniture shopping on Sunday. There were so many salespeople sitting around, they all started looking like each other. And when you wear a mask, everyone looks the same. So 2 people offered to help me. And then I'm like, at the end, I said, all right, can you help me? It was a totally different man because I only knew because they did
But why
different
would
name
you
tag
do
on.
that?
Because everyone looked the same with the mask. It was got
First of
dark
all-
hair, a mask, and tall.
Let me tell you something.
And you can't get furniture until May.
Oh my.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
March, yeah, they're like
Yeah.
end of February, March, May,
Everything's back up.
6
everything.
months from now?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Everything is back.
I
up.
went to a furniture store to shop for panties because you opened it.
Open the dresser, see if you have panties in the drawer. But
No,
at least
and
you
the
guys
cushion,
have merchandise.
The cushions, the sofas, the sofa cushions. I used to find everything in sofa cushions.
I thought you were looking for actual panties.
Panties in the sofa cushions. You never know who's sitting in them bad boys.
You never know. But here's the reason they came up with a calendar for men. You want to know why? They said because there are not a lot of good male role models. So they were trying to
What
create
did I just say?
What?
Didn't I just say that?
12 men in their natural environment because they need positive role models for men. And there have not been a lot of positive role models for men.
Not many.
Interesting, right? So there's like single dads raising their daughters and first responders, not models, not firefighters, just men being positive role models. The good guys. The good guys.
That's good. That's
Warming your heart. Just wait till you have a granddaughter. Pop up.
Good. Yeah.
And you're going to be one of those
What
good
difference
guys
does it
and you
make?
take her out, she's sitting on your knee. It will change your life. You'll see.
Why
Next
would it
time.
change my life? My mother taught me. My mother told me a long time ago. Grandparents have to sit on the fence until they get a certain age. Before that, the parents are very. And after they hit their 10, 11s and stuff, they go.
No, everyone. It's like sometimes history just repeats itself. You got to break
What
the
do
cycle
you have a
of things.
grandkid? You're the one that's gonna be cuckoo canary.
I might. So Keanu Reeves apparently gave his 4 stuntmen $20,000 Rolex watches engraved with messages. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Beautiful.
Oh, when you're making $30 million a movie,
Oh
what's...
my gosh, they're engraved. Okay.
Whoa.
They're engraved. Clearly, it was a well thought out gift.
What did he do? That
What?
Jack, what's that movie that he does?
He did The Matrix.
Oh, after that. The
He
one where
did,
he's always karateing everybody to death.
I forgot what it's called. I know it's
With the hotel and the coins and all
I
that.
forget his name. I know I know everybody should know his name. I forgot though. I forgot the
You know
name.
what I'm talking about?
He gave them a bonus for work because they're working on John Wick, Chapter 4.
Wick.
John Wick.
Number 4?
John Wick,
I've
number
seen all.
4.
You seen the 3?
So he gave his 4 stuntmen $20,000 Rolex watches.
Yeah.
The submarine watches for divers. Wow. Can you imagine?
That's crazy.
Right?
You know, he could have spent a little bit more and gotten a better watch.
Why, you want one?
A Rolex. I want $100,000 Rolex.
And here you go. And then The Rock gives a $30,000 truck to someone. People are doing good things. If you were homeless, though, would you want a $30,000 truck? Or would you want
Oh.
a home, a job, a skill set?
Something like that.
What do you
Not
think?
sure.
You
Why
once
do this
told
stupid
me
truck.
that you shouldn't give things like that because you should give them the skill set because you teach a man to fish, he'll eat the rest of his life. Give a man a fish and he's got a meal. Was that the quote you gave me? Why
That's
are your
from the
quotes
Bible.
always in my
I
head?
don't know, because you're mental.
You can say I am, but you can't say anybody else's 'cause at least I'm here to defend myself.
Slick.
No, he is
Slippery
not.
slope?
He is one of the good guys. I got to tell
Yeah,
you,
I'm trying to
this
tell
man
you.
over
Yeah.
here
Wow.
would go to the ends of the earth for anyone in the studio.
How much you paying for all this?
What are you
true.
talking about?
He never says no. He's always got your back.
He's a team player. I
He
get
is
that.
100% would do anything for this
But
studio.
he has a little Spike Lee in him.
Well, he's got to be a little spicy because, you know, he's slick.
Yes.
How'd you like Rochelle yesterday?
She's I'll say a very flamboyant. Like I want to read her book. I keep forgetting to ask you.
You can. I think I
It's-
left it on the table. You're
it's
more
on
than
the
welcome
table,
to
read
read it.
Like,
He was going like this in the corner. You didn't see him when she was on the set.
because she reminded me of like, even though I'm not related to her, like she kind of reminds me of an aunt. And like all my aunts always have positive things to say, especially like I'll say for wellness. So it's kind of.
Did you work last night?
Yeah.
I was going to tell you to come up to the radio station. What a job she did.
She did a good job.
She did a great job. She hosted Tell Us Your Biz
Outstanding.
last night at 6:30, and it was all her. And she was just like, she got so emotional, she started to tear up and cry because it was. She said she had walked so hard to find this path and to believe in herself and to always say yes and to always show up. And then we gave her this opportunity yesterday, and she feels it was because everything had just aligned for her.
You overwhelmed her.
I didn't do
You
anything.
do all this hell.
I did nothing.
You do now. You always
All I
do
did
nothing.
was say to you,
Poor
"What are we
woman is
doing at
crying.
6:30?" And there she sat,
Yeah, and,
bringing
then,
everything
and you
to
sat there. He
fruition.
says, "Don't worry about it. You got the mic case." She faltered, and boom,
I didn't have to.
explosion.
She didn't
Explosion.
falter at all.
at all.
30 minutes. She took a commercial break, came back, regrouped, and kept on going. He got emotional. She was in this zone. So Slick, she's going to come in on Friday and do a show in Creole.
Okay, that's good.
She going on at 11.
That's good.
11.
I can try to see if I can make something for it.
Because we've got Eileen at 11, and you've got Lucky at 11:30.
And
You're going to put her in at some point in there. A little
11.
point, something in Creole, because
Yeah.
I think she's got she's going to have a big responsibility. You always tell me about your mom and what it's like with misinformation out there. So
Yeah,
Rochelle can be out there giving the right information.
Correct.
do they have the letters where they change underneath in Facebook from
Captions?
Creole, to English?
Can you change the language on Facebook? Yes.
I say the
For that show.
self-generated captions. I think so.
I see. Let's look into that.
Yeah.
I'm really anxious to see if she can pull it off.
I think she can.
Because I think so too. She has that energy, and it's funny because she was talking about how her voice now, everybody seems to feel comfortable with her. So pretty good.
Because during the pandemic, I think a lot of people went on Clubhouse. Have you guys ever been on Clubhouse?
Yeah.
You have?
I have.
How is it?
For a while, but Clubhouse is kind of like,
We talk.
I'll say a meetup, kind of like Microsoft Teams.
Is that what it is?
I have 2,000
Yeah,
people in my
basically like
clubhouse. I didn't
Microsoft
talk to
Teams,
one.
but like more. I'll say you can I'll say pry onto other, I'll say famous clubhouses. You can like be the fly on the wall to like a famous clubhouse. I just don't know the names of mine, but I know with friends that I did have.
People
Clubhouse
say it was a
just
good
like
app.
It was.
I have to ask you guys, what happened up in the space station?
Your toilet broke.
That was last week. The toilet broke. That's a whole disaster. But yesterday, I believe it was, that Russia blew up something and was all these particles hanging around and really put potentially people in harm's way because they decided to blow something up, allegedly. And then there's all this space junk that is now going to sit up in space for years, but it really put a lot of people in jeopardy. No one heard about it, huh?
Yeah, that's Clubhouse. No, I didn't hear about it. I know that there's all sorts of stuff going on between the Chinese, the Russians, us.
I know.
That's always a thing, though.
I know Elon Musk wants us to have actually live up in space so we can just visit the Earth.
Mars.
So like Wally?
Yeah.
He wants us to go to Mars.
So
He
why?
wants us to live in
He
Mars.
wants Earth as a tourist attraction. That's what I was hearing about space.
Well, he's a little bit nuts. And when you have that kind of money, you can afford to be nuts.
These are different rooms you go and you talk to people.
I guess.
This one is called Celery Juice, Heavy Metals, and the Medical Medium. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, you go into these rooms and whatever you pick, you could talk to people. Everybody in my Facebook page is on Clubhouse.
Really? People like it a lot.
I don't know. Nobody ever invites me to talk. They just
Someone
chill.
actually, we have to talk to, who was that? Oh, I remember, it was the artist. So, it's interesting. What else is happening in the news, you guys? What is hot for holidays?
Right now, I feel like what's hot for holidays is we have cold weather, full length pajamas. I feel like everybody should.
Is this from your store?
No, not from my store. But I feel like we should have full length pajamas right now. I want to have some.
Onesies?
Yeah, onesie with like a flap on the back for myself. But I've been in the hunt for like full length pajamas.
You remember they used to have those bathing suits? It was full length. Chio got one of those, and they were like, yeah.
That's not a bathing. That's for swimmers.
I know. I told him give me the pajamas. I would never wear that.
For Gio?
Yeah, I never got it.
That's a swimmer.
But they have the pajamas like that. It has a flap in the back, so you can. I don't know why it has a flap in the back.
So you can pull it down to go to the bathroom.
But
What about the front?
But in other news, I think the verdict's coming
Maybe
out.
take your legs out. I don't know.
What else you got?
The verdict's coming out for that situation. The Rittenhouse.
Oh, come on. That's craziness. Did you see
I
that?
don't even know why it's taking this long to
I don't understand. If you take an AK-47 to a protest, what do you think is going to happen?
Correct.
You think people are just going to look at you with a gun and not challenge you?
Yeah.
I really don't understand the mindset of mankind, is all I can tell
But
you.
does this make any sense? Maybe I'm seeing this wrong.
I always wonder, how people end up the way they end up. Genetics versus, the nature nurture when you grow up is about having guns in your house and doing different things. Not that I'm right all the time, but how people actually get to that point in life where they can do things
But
like
you
that.
can have a gun
and
in
feel
your
like
house.
it's okay.
I just don't understand, number one, why you take the gun out of your house, rifle, AK-47. And number two, you go to a Black Lives Matter protest. Why do you go to a protest
With
a
an
gun?
AK-47?
He says he wanted to protect other people's property. Well, who the hell are you? You're a kid with a gun down the street.
How old is he?
17, 18, I don't know what he is. But what are you doing with a gun in the street during a protest?
Like I say, I don't understand a whole lot of things that are going on. I really just have to give it all to the greater energy of God, because I can't seem to make heads or tails of anything that's going on in the world these days.
Let me ask you, you're in the movie theater, and you're sitting there, and a guy comes in with an AK-47 this way. He doesn't threaten anybody, but he walks into the movie theater with it. What do you do? What's the first thing
Panic.
everybody's going to do?
Panic, run.
And you're going to get out of there, right? You're going to exit stage right.
Yep.
And he's going to tell you, I have a right to defend myself. But why are you walking in the movie theater with a gun?
Did this happen?
This is the symbolic gesture that happened at this guy's trial. If you walk down the street, people are going to challenge you.
Correct.
And he got challenged a few
You don't
times.
have any badges on you. You don't even wear an officer. Of the
Not a
law.
cop. He's just being constitutionally correct because he has the right to bear arms.
But what about the trial where the 3 people were killed?
That was it.
So he wasn't just walking down the street.
Correct.
Well, people approached him.
He was claiming that
He didn't walk down the street peacefully and go home and nothing happened.
No, people approached
in
him.
Texas?
The fact that he went.
No, in Wisconsin.
Yeah, the fact that he went to like Wisconsin with the automatic rifle. Not
During a
even in
protest.
During a protest, not even at his house, is kind of like open close. For
Stay home. Shoot at the wall if you want. You can
Like,
do anything you
no
want
one
in your
affecting
house.
your property. Nobody asked you to defend theirs. That's why they have the law. Like, it just doesn't make. Like, he's not. His crocodile tears don't make sense to me.
He got a panic attack on the air. Did you see that?
A lot of things don't make sense to me. I don't understand. I really try to believe in the good of people, and I just don't understand how people process things sometimes. And I think a lot of it is because we're in this sense of pandemicness, and it's crazy.
Well, people have their own thoughts about what's right, wrong, and indifferent. And walking down there with an AK-47 to protect other people's properties, in his mind, apparently, makes common sense. But
Until it
until it doesn't. But I don't understand. What is the conversation about that he has a right to walk down the street with an AK-47?
Until it doesn't. So
But look at the example. If a guy walks into a movie theater, everybody's going to run out of that movie theater and panic. Not because he's threatening anybody, but because he has an AK-47.
I know.
You know, it's funny. Police officers walk armed to the hilt. They don't do that because they're your friend. They're doing that to let you know I'm armed and dangerous, so chill. But they're more responsible, not allegedly, to shoot you. Allegedly, I say that.
I don't know. It's a whole lot of stuff. I had an incident growing up with some police officers undercover, and it was not good.
I had a friend of mine was a detective, and I came home one day and I found him and my brother-in-law on his knees with his gun, his chrome-plated gun on my brother-in-law's head. And he was yelling at him, and I said, Papa, Tony, what is the problem? Put that thing away. What is wrong with you? Now, he's a cop, you know. He says, this guy, and he gave me this whole, I called Michelle, I called her sister. I said, you got to get down here right away, because I don't know what's happening.
What you have seen in your lifetime is like a movie. You should do a movie based on your life.
It's not a movie. It was true.
Really? I mean, don't you think? A movie based on
You
Brady's
never
life.
seen anybody with a gun? You have.
You could bow. Val's like,
Me?
no.
You
I'm a
have.
very
I know
innocent-
you have.
Some big one, Malcolm was the top.
I'm a
So,
very
yeah.
innocent guy. I haven't seen anything
Nope.
like that.
Me neither.
I was at the 3-4. I got to see criminals every day. Every single freaking day. And the cockeyed schemes that people come up with. There was one guy, I just said to myself, bro, you should have just stayed in bed today because that plan you had, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Find me guilty.
Criminals really aren't that smart.
They think they know every angle, but they don't understand human behavior. And a cop is like a bloodhound. There's a crime going on over there.
I know.
And a cop will pursue a crime. You know how there's a fire, people run the other way? I was watching the 9/11 yesterday. Everybody runs this way. The firemen run that way. Cops run that way. And the criminal thinks that if he sets up a fire, that everybody's going to run this way. Cop ain't going to run that way. Cop is going to put his life on the line. That's what they do.
I was driving in today, and out from this, right next to this church, a cop walks out into the middle of the street with her gun, with her radar gun.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, geez, I'm going to get pulled over. So I start slowing down, but she's not motioning me to pull over. She's motioning me to go through. I'm like, all right. So I'm thinking, if I really go through, so I really like almost come to a stop, and she's like, no, go through. She got the person behind me, which was nowhere near behind me. So I don't know the distance of that radar gun,
It's
but
far.
yeah,
it's
deadly.
got to be far
It
because
tags, yeah.
I had totally slowed down, and it gave this other person time to catch up, and she must have got them way back there. So school zones are in play.
I was driving to Tampa, and this guy came behind me. He's on me, flashing lights and everything else. And the cop came, and he puts his bubbles on. So I moved to the center lane because I didn't know if it was after me. Normally
know,
they do
right?
that. They come. He wasn't after me. He was after the guy that came up behind me going 120 miles an hour. And that's a thing now. You have to be careful when you drive. There are people on the streets right now driving 120 miles an hour. Linda almost got killed with 2 cars racing on I-95.
Yeah.
She closed her eyes and said, okay, I'm done. And they went like this and separated around her.
Yeah, it's a racetrack.
It's a racetrack.
My street
She's got to stop closing her eyes when she drives.
But that can be a pileup. She shouldn't close her eyes.
She told me that last week something happens. I close
Happened
my
again.
eyes and I drive over the median. I'm like, I'm not getting in the car with you.
That's dangerous.
I was bringing home a rented car from Orlando. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? I see you drive. What is this? Yin, yin. And I said, bro, where are your glasses? Yeah, I left them home. What do you call that? I closed my eyes and I left the deposit on your seat. Zing, zing, zinging.
No, you're the passenger. Though.
I was
I'm
the
responsible
victim.
for your life.
I was the victim. I was scared to death of you.
Oh my gosh.
I got out of that car. I started kissing the ground.
And keep your eyes open when you drive.
Ain't going with this guy ever
All right, we
again.
got to wrap this up because you've got a Slick Speaks at 10:30 this morning,
Correct.
right? And you got a small
Ooh.
talk with Al coming up at 11 today, I think.
I do.
I think we got to get, No. At least we got a
I
Slick
have somebody
Speaks.
waking up at 7:30 California time.
All right, let's wrap this up. Have a great morning, everyone. Tune in for Slick Speaks today at
I wasn't
10:30.
done.
What do you got?
Nothing. I guess we got
She
to
closed her eyes.
Closer. I keep your eyes open when you're
try it like this.
We'll see you in a little bit.
We see you guys at 12. Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the morning show. As I go now to fill my mug, which is completely empty, I'm coffee out.
Your cup runneth over.
No,
Have
company dry.
a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Tune in for all of our other morning shows coming from Ant Media Productions and then our afternoon show at 12 o'clock.
And always join us for more fun and laughs because, you know, your day starts when you smile.
Have a great morning, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.